JoJo has fun.
Hey.
Oh,
Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on.
Jeff's in the other
Go
room.
play.
I'm in the other room.
Hey now, you're a rock star. Get the show on. Get paid.
This is where JoJo wanted to sit.
We don't get paid.
Life wouldn't be fun without any doubt, partner.
Right back into it.
It
Right
sure ain't.
back into the... I don't remember what the fuck we were doing.
Sure ain't, partner.
Welcome back to Phoenix Wright.
Yeah, Ace Attorney. I
Why
guess
is he-
we were interviewing the worst character I've had to deal with thus far.
Can we just talk about a few things? Like, first of all, okay, so like he has fringe on his uniform.
On the left, on the right, like the frillies.
Yeah, like he has obviously added fringe to his own uniform. Like he went home one day after going to the fabric store and picking up some hot fringe.
I think what happened is we went to his little guard post, which was like his cosplay workshop.
Ah, yeah, he's working on all that foam armor and stuff.
Yeah, he basically said he left work to go eat spaghetti. And during such time, a murder happened, and he seems in no way like
not bothered.
guilty. Like, I fucking hate this guy. I really hate him.
You get to do a Western accent
You
for
sure
him, though.
do.
That's not fun.
That's
to do
fun.
a Texas accent. I can't do
The
one.
defense may now cross-examine the witness.
Suck my dick.
I don't even remember what he said.
We just nabbed.
Yeah.
We just got him on
This
something.
guy's hiding something. I can feel it. Now's my chance to prove it.
All right. Better
How?
remember it.
Oh, the bloodstained fingerprints.
Oh, his fingerprints.
Yeah.
Oh, why'd they
Well, I gotta
bleeding?
say, it's only natural for my fingerprints to be in that evidence room. One of us happened to be in the murderer touched the locker, and my fingerprint was by chance.
That is an
That
unfortunate
seems like
coincidence. Very unfortunate.
bullshit.
My hands are always covered in blood, so everything I touch has bloody fingerprints on it.
I'm a cowboy.
I'm a cowboy. Yeehaw! If you don't know anything about cowboys, is that we got bloody fingerprints on
Bloodstain,
everything.
The fingerprint.
Blood hand, blood
hand.
hand. Yip, 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 yip.
That's how cowboys.
That's what a cowboy does.
That's why cowboys didn't last that long.
I
Because
think
they
they
were
Cowboy
always,
the cat this whole time. That's why I didn't last so long. How do you know that? I may be a loner, but I still do my job.
Lies.
I keep up on the reports.
Bullshit. There was blood stain at the scene, thought to be left by the murderer.
That's right.
Sure was.
Howdy.
It was found in Detective
Howdy, howdy,
Gumshoe's locker. Howdy, howdy, howdy.
Howdy, howdy. However, no fingerprints were detected on that handprint.
Oh, yeah? I think we tried that too.
I burned my fingerprints off.
So that mean the murderer wearing gloves happened to place their hand on top of Officer Marshall's fingerprint. Yeah, that's the only logical conclusion. I can't let him squirm out of this shit. All right.
This
I'm
is like the
gonna press him
impeachment
for a
trial.
while. I'm just pressing.
I
That's
wish,
because how'd you put it? Pay your respects once a month?
I wish when you pressed them, you like actually walked over and just went like,
Tell me the truth.
poke my finger
No,
at your chest. Tell me.
Yeah, that's right. That and one more thing. That locker happens to be mine. What? What do you mean? I mean what I said.
Shut the fuck up. Go home.
That's the locker I used when I was a detective. The locker I
Why do you still get to use it?
All there is
Yeah.
now, there was a heap of broken dreams. I see. It'd be strange if my prints weren't all over that locker.
Heap of broken dreams.
Yeah.
That's what they could have handed me instead of a diploma when I got my PhD.
That's basically what it is.
Yeah, they could have just handed me a sign that said heap of broken dreams.
It's like a vision board, but it's all ripped up and
yeah.
torn.
Yeah, have fun with that.
Did something happen? Are you starting to get the picture, partner? The picture? The seal of blood in the
Seal of
desert
blood.
is just food for the buzzards.
Seal
What?
of blood? What the?
There's only one reality, and that's this.
What is
the
a seal of
security
blood?
tape. So long as my trail isn't in there, you can't say otherwise.
But
What the fuck?
I have questions.
This isn't getting us anywhere, Mr. Wright. Please consider carefully where you're going with this ding-dang cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Now then, continue your testimony, Officer Marshall.
You have been reprimanded.
I would like to know if Officer Marshall has ever seen RuPaul's Drag Race, because I feel like he could use, I don't know what kind of accent this is. This is all over the place. I'm drunk as hell.
The murderer touched the locker. My fingerprint was by chance.
Daniel can't breathe.
Yeah, I can't breathe in
Yeah.
fairness to me.
The chances of that happening are 1,000,000 to 1. On the contrary, one could argue just the opposite. The chances of that not happening are 1,000,000 to 1.
Oh shit, he's
Get
got me
one thing
there.
straight, partner. You ain't gonna get no reward from me with a mere fingerprint. You want to know why?
You think this is just an evidence-based trial? You fucking moron.
Right? This isn't Congress.
Unrelated. They're as different as night and day. They're kind of like cereal and cereal.
Oh boy.
What?
Oh boy.
Uh,
Oh boy.
Everything about that makes me angry.
This guy is like
that he said it like that he thought it was useful.
Yeah.
This guy
One's
is
got to
somebody.
do with breakfast, the other's a type of murder.
No.
No, cereal
He's
doesn't have to be
right.
murder.
Although seemingly alike, they're totally different.
They're just-
cereal
just
is actually
sound the
just an
same.
adjective. It's not
I
a
don't see
noun.
what homonyms have to do with this.
Yeah, you and me both, Phoenix. Mr. Wright, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Hold her. How do you know that? I may be alone. Oh shit. Okay, I gotta keep reading. All right, sorry. I did this one. I forgot. Jeez. Let's see here. What do you mean by that? You want to tie me to this crime, isn't that right, partner?
No.
No.
If
not
so,
at all.
that video is the only direct evidence you have.
I object to what you're saying.
But that video's next to useless. It's full of blind spots.
Blind spots.
Places you can't see.
What?
I don't
The
understand.
camera's panning back and forth isn't shown.
And it's also very stupid to have a camera set up this way.
Yeah.
Yep. Someone familiar with the camera's position, they could leave the room without being caught on tape.
Yeah.
Oh my god. We don't have time for your speculations, Mr. Wright.
Well, Mr. Wright, if you could show us evidence that this video that indicates Officer Marshall was present, do so now.
Yeah. All right.
Sure.
Here
Well, I'm
it
going to
comes.
point out your mistake, Officer Marshall.
Tread carefully, Mr. Wright. Oh, you might wind up being the one making the mistake.
That's true in every situation.
It surely is, yes. I'm quite right.
Now, let's have another look at this video,
Quote,
as you
unquote.
call it.
This
As the
movie.
kids
Show us
call
the
it.
incriminating evidence of the witness, Officer Jack Marshall.
Oh, it's one of the moving pictures.
What?
There's the walkie.
La,
La,
There's the open. La. This is my nightmare. Everyone is gonna die someday.
Stab.
Now you're dead.
Now you're dead.
I saw everything. My eyes will never
Wait, there's something
unsee.
hanging out of his locker.
Fuck!
Go. Yeah, you gotta go back again. Can you reverse to the
It
big?
doesn't work that
God damn it! Man, I can't believe we missed that the first time. All right, let's see this grisly murder once more.
way. Videotape works like this.
This is great. I am thoroughly enjoying this.
All right, not now.
They're fighting.
Also, Mr. Squeaky Dudes was
All right,
obviously injured
it's coming
before.
up now. It's coming up. Stop. Yeah,
There we go.
there we go. This hanky right here.
Take that.
Talk about how the cop was already injured before he
No,
allegedly
he got
stabbed?
stabbed or something. I don't know. But anyway,
Okay.
bringing our attention back to the security camera is a mistake. I'm afraid you'll soon not forget, Officer Marshall.
Oh
Do not
shit!
forget.
What?
Days are short in Texas, and so are our tempers. Could
that-
you sum
no.
up what you have to say in 8 words or less?
You
Fuck.
are a big
Very
dumb
well.
boy.
You as a bad
You
boy.
can clearly be seen in this video. What? Exactly 8 words. Not bad, partner.
Oh my god.
The key lies in a certain locker shown in the video.
I like this though. This is like a good lesson on how to troll someone.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Like if you went on Twitter with this
With
Jake
this video?
Marshall game, oh man, you would just destroy.
That locker with the white cloth sticking out. That was the witnesses, I believe.
Now then, let's rewind the video a bit.
Hello in reverse.
I have a hand on my face, under my eye.
God, that's a greasy handprint.
Oh, so wet.
Oh shit. Oh fuck.
Oh.
Oh, the white cloth is gone.
Magic.
What's the meaning of this, Officer Marshall?
When the crime took place, the white cloth wasn't there. Then it suddenly appeared. There's only one explanation. Officer Marshall, you were in the evidence room at the time of the crime. What's more, you opened your locker when the camera was turned away.
Gasp.
Oh, boo,
Yes.
boo, boo.
Order! It would seem that's...
Hold your horses. Sorry, partner. You got the wrong man.
Bullshit.
So what if my locker was open? That doesn't mean I'm the one who opened it.
But that's how they work.
Are you fucking this stupid about your own job?
Wait a minute.
Indeed,
This is
I
like the
see
guy
you.
who eats, orders a sandwich, eats it, goes back and complains and wants his refund.
I didn't like that sandwich
but
at
you
all.
ate
but
it
you
all.
ate it all.
Any,
But I didn't like it.
I've never seen anyone cosplay as Officer Marshall, and if I ever do, I'm just gonna be like,
Dude.
why?
Just attack them on sight.
Next convention we go to, I'm cosplaying Officer
It's just a
Marshall.
cowboy. It doesn't even look
Exactly.
like...
Hi there, I'm Anime Cowboy. How's it going?
Yeah, what's up?
The murderer needed to hide something, so he opened the locker and stuck it in. It's not my fault he happened to choose mine.
I love
Are you
it.
fucking kidding? Why is everyone staring at me like I'm a wanted man?
Oh my god.
This guy isn't just playing dumb. He is fucking stupid. I hate to rain on your parade, but you're the only person who can open that particular locker.
See, the previous 2 episodes, you fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I call your bluff. You say I opened that locker. Now prove it.
Oh,
Oh my
my
God.
god.
You're really making me do this?
This
game?
Seriously?
is stupid.
Oh, my God.
Why is Cha-Cha walking like a weirdo?
Because...
Fingerprint sensor?
yeah.
Uh-oh.
Badur.
We talked about this earlier today.
I wasn't listening.
The locker can only be opened by detectives they belong to. What kind of crazy talk is this?
You don't know how
Jesus
your
Christ.
own
I hate
locker
this
works.
guy. Well, Detective Gumshoe did mention something about this. Gotta go.
Oh my god. See y'all later.
In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There are even some people on the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks. We call them stupid.
Yeah. How do they think the lock's open? When
Right?
Oh, my God.
So, Sheriff, what do you have to say in 8 words or less?
Oh, snap.
He's eating some
What?
jerky.
Oh,
Oh,
he's
is
eating
that
some
what that
jerky.
is? That's gross.
I only got one word for you, partner.
But...
No!
Boo? Boo.
Order! Witness! You will explain how you had get shot wind in front of you.
Smoke bomb.
If this is a joke, it's the worst I've ever heard. I assure you, it's no joke, Officer Marshall. Now then, please tell us what you were doing in the evidence room at the time of the crime, other than randomly attacking somebody for
Yeah.
no clear reason.
I was
I
crying.
like this. It's pemmican.
Oh.
This is the
Extra-
worst jerky ever. It's
Extra
like...
jerky.
You know what? I'm just going to sit here for a
I'm
moment.
gonna let him chew on
This
that.
is...
Just really. Oh god.
He's
it's
chewing on the fat of it. He's not even chewing on the jerky part.
like that's gotta be some tendon you're chewing on there.
I'm gonna really get a nice, good old bite out of this
What
stuff.
part of the cow does that come from?
This is good for my teeth. It's like one of them
and
bones
my
dogs
arm
hits.
muscles.
Olay!
What?
Oh, okay. What? What?
Please answer the question.
What?
What is he now, a bullfighter?
Why?
That's all right, Officer Marshall. I believe we can figure the rest out from here.
Uh-oh.
We can? Have a look at these floor plans. There's no place for someone to hide in the evidence room. Yet Officer Meekins did see Officer Marshall.
If that's so, then where was the witness?
It seems right. That's a.
I'm so sleepy.
I'm sorry, you bored? That's right, the only possible conclusion.
Well then, let's hear. Where was Officer Marshall at the time of the crime?
He's the killer.
Dun dun dun.
Or not.
He was.
well, that's...
He was on top of the locker.
Well, no, K is Meekins, so it would be him.
He was inside the locker. What are we doing?
Officer Marshall was standing right here.
Oh, no!
There, but that's where Detective Goodman was.
Also someone wearing a hat.
Correct.
Interesting.
Unless the man wasn't Detective Goodman. I believe that the victim in the video is Officer Marshall. It was you, dressed up like Detective Goodman.
You do like to dress up.
For some
Cosplaying as him.
stupid reason.
But that's preposterous. Officer Meekins witnessed the detective at the crime scene.
Officer Meekins is also a moron.
Once he saw the man's face, he'd know for sure.
You didn't see the man's face.
Nah.
May I point out, though, that Officer Meekins did not know Detective Goodman. He also testified about the man's reaction when confronted.
Oh, boy.
I got a chocolate chip marmalade.
Going to the movie theater.
That's not even his voice.
I believe in 400 donut bowls.
Where do all of the stars go at night? I asked him to show his card, sir.
My hat's too tight to fight with Mom.
You gotta hydrate with the barbecue sauce.
Don't open the oven without the carrot juice. Wow, wow, wow. Those are all. We're just vamping Hamsar.
Yeah, sorry. In case you were wondering if we were having a stroke.
Nope. This is just a normal Tuesday.
I put the videotape in the birdcage.
Whatever.
If like a crossover, it's in Polly's cage, the parrot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, see, it's a callback.
Oh
Boom.
my god. Oh, okay, let's just get through this. He pulled me out. Whatever. Something about the officer's story, possibly.
Something about
What
a
was
bird
that talk
cage?
about bird cages and chocolate
Yeah,
chip
yeah.
marmalade?
And carrot juice?
If the man had his ID card, why didn't he just show it? Yeah, he would have needed it to enter the evidence room, so he must have been carrying it. The answer is simple. He couldn't show it.
Bing.
As you can see, Detective Goodman's picture is on the ID card. Oh, I get it.
Is that how they work?
Oh, I see now.
Oh,
If he
weird.
showed that, his cover would have been blown. Officer Meekins would have realized the man wasn't Detective Goodman. Do you have anything to say to this, Officer Marshall?
Oh,
Nom, 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 nom.
This is delicious. You got quite an imagination, partner. We got a term for that. It's called, are you fucking kidding with this bullshit?
Wow, way to...
It's called circumstantial.
Ballsy.
Circumstantial evidence? Are you telling me that you haven't had your top of your wee-wee cut off?
Yeah.
You're going to have to do better than that to break a detective. Unless you have hard evidence proving I dressed up as a victim.
Hard evidence.
I can't say I particularly care for your uncooperative disposition. First time I've said that ever.
Whoa.
Can't say I care for your beard, but you don't hear me complaining.
You just did.
You go fuck yourself.
That's right. Throw some evidence to this guy.
Oh, boy.
Fucking throw hands.
Well, I don't have anything like that. I can see the fear in your eyes, partner. Seems you're the one who couldn't take the desert heat.
Then why are you chugging alcohol?
Yeah.
This can't be happening. It's so obvious he's the one. What can I do?
Punch him.
Bleh. This looks like your lack of... I've got a weird stutter there.
He just says that like in the fiction.
Yes, this is a sidebar.
Sorry.
Oh, my bad. Lack of experience has finally been exposed.
Nobody's perfect, am I right?
Ding. I'll pass on to you what someone told me when I was just starting out. Don't.
Don't do it.
Don't.
You start from the base and work to the head.
Start with
What are we
2
talking
fingers
about?
and work up to the fist.
Give it and then you give the V for victory.
Hell yeah, you do. You guys can't see it, but like Danielle was like
pantomiming
that whole bit.
I mean, I could have done it more outside.
Wow, yeah.
Okay. Come on. We need a place to go. Return to the basics.
The basics.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, there's that stroke I'm having. For me, that would be what Mia used to tell me.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Danielle.
Oh, God.
Try thinking outside of the box.
What,
Taco
Bell. We both went to the same place. I shouldn't look for proof that Officer Marshall was in disguise,
Oh.
but rather I should look for evidence that came about because he was in disguise.
How can I prove this when this guy who's dressed like a cowboy might ever be in disguise?
How about take your shirt off?
Also, I would just like to point out that I am demonstrating the proper fisting technique with this paper. But,
Jesus Christ.
You know, all I'm just trying to be educational. Why do you think this locker was opened in the first place?
What do you mean?
There's no reason for Officer Marshall to open his locker at the time of the
Yeah,
crime.
there is. He was hiding his shit, you Dumbo.
How dare you speak to me in that tone of voice, sir? I don't care for it. Go in the other room.
I am in the other room.
Fuck you.
Yep. Got you there.
Yet he did, despite the chance it might be discovered later as it has been.
Which means he didn't originally plan to open his locker.
According to the defense's argument,
I'm asleep.
the officer Jake Marshall dressed up as Detective Goodman at the time of the crime. Then, after the crime was committed,
Quote unquote.
he opened his locker for some unknown reason.
Who would ever open their locker?
I don't see why that's relevant. The fact that a white koala
Koala. Ancient koala
Danielle
god.
can't stop making the movement with her hands now. She keeps going to the
This is a
love-making...
variation on the technique.
Yeah, the love-making technique motions.
Especially on an audio medium. The fact that a white cloth is sticking out of the locker, that seems to indicate that he opened it in order to put the cloth inside.
Which he did do.
So, just what exactly is this piece of cloth?
Perhaps the video is the key to all unanswered questiones. I don't have any evidence, so video's my only shot.
Uh-oh. Fuck. I ran out of jerky.
Very well. Let's take yet another look at the security tape.
Show
The
me
developers
that.
are so proud of themselves with this new gameplay mechanic.
Yeah, they're like the one
you
thing
know,
we can make move. Look.
What's ridiculous though is the next two games don't have this mechanic in it. So when I went to those, I was super disoriented. I'm like,
Oh,
where's all this cool
like,
videotape
yeah,
stuff?
where's the? Why doesn't it move?
Show us why the witness did the thing with the thing.
Oh, I like
Yeah.
This chart is really long. Look at what we did. The thing moves by itself. This game cost $40 when it was new.
Choke.
Kill. Must kill.
Is it because he got blood on it or something? Yeah, there's blood on it right there.
No!
You
no,
have to. You
no!
won. God damn
let's
it!
watch it
Rewind
again.
it. You can rewind it. You
Boop,
can...
boop, 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 boop,
La, la,
boop.
la,
Let's
Blood.
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 Here I come.
Isn't this blood crazy?
Make sure to get it right on the blood.
Yeah.
Blood. For some reason, you disguised yourself as Detective Goodman. Entered the evidence room, though I don't know to what end.
Who knows?
I'm gonna figure it out though. Sure
Yet.
am.
However, something unexpected happened. Officer Meekins barged in on you. When asked to show your ID card, you pulled the knife on him. In what can only be called the most failed deception role ever.
Yes.
However,
You probably could have subdued him or something.
Officer Meekins panicked, as he is wont to do.
Ah, yes. He is
And the
nervous.
white coat you were wearing was soiled with blood.
Soiled. Soiled, you
Bloody
say?
white coat.
That's so last fall.
You couldn't just
I
walk
know.
out like that, so you hid the coat in your locker.
Eh?
Fuck.
Not bad, partner.
Why is partner in quotations? Am I not your partner anymore?
Nope,
No.
not no more.
Are we
We're
done
not
with this
friends.
fucking guy?
Now then, Officer Marshall, are you ready to tell us the ding-dang truth?
Cat's staring at me.
Looks like I underestimated y'all. I hope you're happy now, Mr. Edgeworth.
I am.
Nope.
2 years ago, if you were only half as persistent then as you are today, we all wouldn't have to be here now would we?
Oh boy.
Stop making stuff up and tell the court what you did. All right. Seems the time has come.
I'm not a real
Are you
cowboy.
kidding?
Jesus, another
Oh my
one.
God.
I had to do it that day. I couldn't just stand by and let it die. I stole the detective's ID and dressed like him.
It was very easy because he dresses like a moron.
I planned to take out the evidence. I wasn't expecting Officer Meekins. I knocked him out, and I managed to escape. I knew which areas wouldn't be caught on the camera. There wasn't any murder in that evidence room at 5:15.
Cool.
So the supposed victim was you.
But there's one thing I still don't understand.
What about the body? There was no body.
There was nobody.
Traces of a large quantity of blood were found on the floor of the evidence room.
Yeah,
I'm a squirter.
I'm a hemophiliac.
Right out my wee-wee. Come the blood. If what was-
Ew, it's like a net.
I'm a vampire. When I go pee-pee, it's just blood.
I'm a vampire. When I give a blowjob, I also get nourishment. If
Only when I do it on myself. I'm a vampire.
That was one of the most horrible things I've ever heard.
Get nourishment when I give a blowjob, but only on myself because I pee blood.
sacred blood.
Yeah.
If no one was murdered, then how could that be?
Well, there was no body. Why did you guys think there was a fucking murder?
Blood. Blood everywhere.
Officer Meekins managed to cut his own hand like an idiot. I guess he's the donor.
Haha, now Chacha's staring at Joe.
Yep. It was way too much blood for such a small donation.
Oh, I had extra blood on me. I just dropped it.
I just have extra blood around.
It's like that scene from Signs where she has little glasses of water, but it's blood.
Oh, yeah. That's how you see him coming.
Yeah.
When you say it, you mean,
Vampire.
do you even have to ask, partner? Yes.
The slur 9.
I'm not
It's
gonna
the
say
nine.
it. 2 years have passed since that case was closed, even though you didn't say it. It's going to completely end with the transferal that day.
Not if I have anything to do with it. That incident's not over. What did you hope to accomplish by sneaking into the evidence room?
I don't even remember what this fucking case is about anymore, like originally.
Oh, Lana
Yeah.
Skye, the chief prosecutor, is accused of murdering a guy who died in two places at the same time.
Oh.
Scarf lady.
When actually, you know what? I shouldn't even say that. Jeff, just go back and watch JoJo Has Fun. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
It's a laugh a minute.
Bye, guys.
Actually, it's a laugh. it's a laugh every like 15 seconds because we're a comedy show. A
Oh,
laugh
man.
a minute is a really terrible ratio.
No,
actually.
Yeah,
no, we're
no.
just killing it all the time.
When a case is closed, only the case's lead detective can look through the evidence. I wanted to have a look at it myself one more time, no matter what the cost. I don't care what anyone says, partner. That case is mine. But Officer Marshall wasn't in charge of that investigation. Why does he care so much about it? That day was my last chance. That's why I stole the detective's ID.
Well, it's in green. I've said it already.
Why did you disguise yourself as Detective Goodman?
It's
That
fucking
wouldn't have-
easy. You see how he dresses? Jesus.
If I didn't make it look like Goodman was carrying out the evidence transfer, I'd be arrested for stealing evidence, which is likely to still happen given the context of what I've told you.
Would you have really? This police station doesn't seem to be running very well. You have cactuses in your fucking office.
Yes.
I don't think they're sticklers for the rules.
Oh my god.
Oh, I didn't even catch that I did that. I'm so fucking funny smart.
Oh, you did it before the security camera, Mr. Funny Smart. The cat's
And
tail
the
is in my
detective's
mouth.
ID card.
Stole that the morning of the incident. So that really was why Goodman started filling out that lost item report. I returned his ID card. I left it on the floor in the
Here you go.
Thanks for letting me borrow this. I left it on the floor of the prosecutor's office parking lot.
That's dumb.
That is a felony.
Yeah.
This ID card I found was left there by Officer Marshall.
Everything's coming together.
So essentially, you managed to succeed despite despite your lack of foresight.
Despite being a complete moron, yes.
What do you mean, partner?
I'm not your partner. I mean the fingerprint-activated lock, of course. No matter how well you disguise yourself, you can't change your fingerprints. Under normal circumstances, you wouldn't have been able to open that locker yourself.
But he could because a rubber glove just happened to get stuck in the door.
Oh, happened to, eh?
That means that Detective Goodman must have opened the locker before Officer Marshall.
Man, I want to know what's in that locker.
Yeah, everyone wants to know what's in that locker.
It's the Ark of the Covenant in there.
Yep. They were digging in the wrong place. You pulled the knife on Officer Meekins and tried to drive him off.
I read jerk him
Tried to
off.
scare him? Tried to jerk him off?
Pull a knife on him and try to jerk him off. I mean, yeah, if someone pulls a knife on me, you jerk
Yeah,
me
you
off.
gotta
I don't
jerk
let-
him off. You'd be like, all right, dude, fine.
All right, cool.
It's like, shing! All right, whip it out.
Take it easy.
Why do you
Let's
think
say
I
I
carry
was
this
a little surprised. I only planned on being in the evidence room for no more than 5 minutes. I don't think anyone could actually come in
knife?
come in during that short time, you know what I'm saying?
Officer Meekins certainly is a 1 in a million type of person. Seeking a detective for an intruder and demanding to be shown his ID.
I'll
What
have
a
to think
nerd.
a little more about this, about his raise this year. I get to,
When did Edgeworth get so much influence?
yeah, I get to determine everyone's pay grade.
Anyway, he threw himself at me. I ended up cutting him slightly. Sorry I had to turn out that way. We'll be knocking him out and everything. By the way, what happened to your knife?
Ate it.
Oh, you mean this one?
Oh, you're using it, you fool.
The one that I've been using this entire time.
Wow.
Rather
I'll
conspicuously.
We're all dumb.
So you knocked out Officer Meekins and
I stabbed him
Peed all over him.
I peed on him. It shows balls.
like a cha-cha
So you
on a
did
couch.
your research beforehand. Those who go into the desert unprepared don't live that long, partner. I didn't think I'd make a difference, though. The security tape erased everything. Erased every 6 hours. If all had gone as planned, no footage would have been left.
However, you bloodied your coat in the struggle with Officer Meekins.
If someone was in the security room and I came out, the jig would have been up. I opened my locker and stashed it in there. What was Officer Meekins doing during that time? What else? He was sleeping like a baby.
so what you're saying is on that day.
It wasn't a murder in the evidence room.
Yeah, we know. We get it.
Cool. Boom, boom.
Lies.
But the blood found at the crime scene certainly indicates that a crime took place. What are you, blind?
Jeez.
Damn, dude.
The victim shown on that tape is me, and I'm not dead yet, partner.
Yet. So you stole the evidence from the locker.
Actually, no, I didn't.
Oh, plot twist.
Ooh, why not? It would have been fun.
When I opened the locker, the evidence was already gone.
Oh,
What? Mr. Edgeworth, where's that hot evidence?
Why the fuck would I know? It's still missing, Your Honor.
Boo.
Detective Goodman's locker was already empty. Someone else stole the evidence.
Shock.
Officer Marshall. May I call you Marshall? Let me
Marshy?
ask you one thing. Fire away, partner. It's a free country.
Oh my god.
Just remember, I'm also free to decide whether or not to answer.
No, you're in court.
Actually.
Why'd you do this? Stealing a detective's ID card, injuring a police officer,
Dressing up like a
wasting
fucking-
all my fucking time.
Seriously.
This is no small offense.
Moreover, you're an officer yourself. This will have serious consequences.
You're going to get desk duty for a week.
Oh, you're going to be so on desk. It can't be forgiven with a simple cut in salary. I must kill you now.
None of the salary cuts are ever a valid solution.
Yeah, they're
Gotta
not.
make them months, hun.
No, I cut all of your salaries. You,
I
and
cut
Cha-Cha.
your salary.
Cut.
Cut.
Like I
cut.
said, this isn't your case. This one is mine. And I'll do anything it takes to get the answer I'm satisfied with.
Even if it's not really
The
the
witness
real
has
one.
an unusual amount of zeal. Let's hear more.
Let's make a spin-off with them.
Yeah.
You know why? I do. But the case was solved 2 years ago.
Was
sure
it?
That's the reason the evidence was stored in the evidence room.
Joe Dark was convicted for his crimes. One thing I can say for sure is he deserved his sentence.
I remember that Joe Dark case. It involved serial murders, didn't it?
Not that type of cereal.
Yeah, the other type.
I don't intend to complain about how it turned out, but there's something that still bothers me. Something went down at that trial. Something no one will talk about.
What happened?
I don't know.
Can't talk about it.
You know what? Now that I'm put on the spot, I just realized how ridiculous all of this sounds.
Something
I
that
deeply apologize for wasting everyone's time.
No one wants to talk about it.
What?
Well,
what?
bye.
Gotta go.
I don't know. No one's talking about it, but that's why. That's what I'm trying to find out.
Okay.
Why is he so concerned with that incident? Maybe I should present what I think is his real reason. If I had a, oh god, I know why.
I had to do it that day. Salisbury steak.
Jerky.
I do know why.
Yip, 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 yip.
Yep. Was it the fucking vase or something?
No.
No. The slur 9?
Officer Marshall. I think I understand.
I think I got your
I
number.
think I know why you care so much about the S9 incident. I think I got you pegged.
Yeah, pegging me.
God. Sounds like you've been sipping too much cactus juice, partner.
Cactus juice.
What?
That sounds nice.
Ah, God. Soda, purple stuff. Ooh, cactus juice. All right.
Cactus
CJ.
Wait, isn't a cactus cooler? That's an actual drink.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is. Yes.
I have the SL9 incident file right here. The name, Marshall, is mentioned in here.
Whip.
In a list of murder victims.
What?
Neil Marshall. Are you related to this man?
No,
Are you
I
a poser? Deal Marshall.
Yeah. I'm sure you've heard the name.
Nope.
2 years ago.
The slur 9 incident. Why did we all dress like idiots?
Oh,
He
you
received
know.
the same lousy, stupid prosecutor award you got.
Up your entire
What?
asshole.
A prosecutor?
Award?
He must be talking about the King of Prosecutors Award.
Yeah.
Now I remember. Prosecutor Neil Marshall. He handled the Slanine case before I did.
That's right. He was killed. And the case fell into your hands.
But what's his relation to you?
Aside from your last names being the same.
Coincidence.
And your general aesthetic and demeanor. And that you look alike.
I'm not trying to say all cowboys are related, but
He was my brother.
Oh,
This is
no.
my tragic backstory. Everyone take off your taking off hats.
look how tall his head is.
Stay all head.
He was investigating murders with Damon Gant, the deputy chief of police.
Well, here we go.
What a bunch.
The group of detectives I was part of worked under them.
They were
We
really
were
into
desperate to prosecute the killer,
They were really into the League of
That's
Extraordinary
the bad
Gentlemen.
guy.
I was gonna say they were like
Joe Dark.
they were the
My
village
brother
people of
fought
our
Dark
office.
and was killed.
Wait, five.
That was the first time Dark left behind any evidence. That was all we needed.
Evidence.
He was arraigned and incarcerated. The case was finally closed, at least according to the public records.
What do you mean?
My brother couldn't have been killed by Joe Dark. I knew my brother better than anyone.
He won't die.
No one could have beaten him in a fight. Not even a serial killer who had the drop on him.
With a gun. 4 guns.
And that's it. That's your reason for your
Your
insane
Oh,
actions.
your brother died, so
Your
you're
poor
sad.
boy
Oh,
died.
no.
I
Oh,
want to be a vengeful cowboy.
Oh, well.
There's more to my brother's death than what the records say. No matter how much you try to hide it, you can't fool me.
Ugh.
I think I can. Rather.
He never
Well,
died.
at least one thing's for certain. Now we know what happened at the police department on the day of the crime.
That was the day the Slanine accident. Case could be reopened. That yes. Ow! Not satisfied with his resolution. Officer Marshall might destroy the evidence.
Disguising himself as Detective Goodman, he entered the evidence room. Officer Meekins confronted him, so he rendered him unconscious and then fled.
I want to say a curse word into my blowhorn.
Yes.
I'm gonna win a diamond-plated shoehorn.
Yes, this mystery has finally been cleared up. the mystery of the shoehorn. No murder took place at the police department that day.
Damn it. What was I trying to prove?
Yeah,
Was that it? No, I don't know.
the things that happen by chance never cease to amaze. At exactly the same time as the murder at the prosecutor's office, this fake murder was going on at the police department.
The Ding Ding Police Department.
Yeah.
Chance? It's gotta be more than that.
No, I'm sure it's fine.
So, if no one was murdered at the police department at the day of the crime,
Then I'm
Bringing
going
it
home.
down, bringing it down.
that means that the murder at the prosecutor's parking lot was real.
What? Which in turn means only one person could have committed the crime. That lady with the scarf.
Scoff
He
lady.
doesn't even learn her name.
Scarf lady.
Girl 2.
Scarfield.
Lady number 2.
Hates Mondays.
But
Oh,
wait!
God.
A verdict wasn't reached in yesterday's trial.
Yes, it was. Which is why we examined the incident at the police department today.
But
Shut up. There's only one reason the defendant was not convicted yesterday. There yet remained the mystery of the simultaneous murder at the police department.
seems to me this boy's got the draw on you, partner.
Shut
Go
up,
fuck
cowboy.
yourself.
Fuck off.
Yeah. Yeehaw. All the mysteries at the police department have been resolved. No doubt about it.
Whenever Danielle's a little excited, she has a little yeehaw at the end.
I have
Yeah.
a little yeehaw in there. Our sole murder took place at the prosecutor's office. The only suspect is Lana Sky.
One of the cars could have transformed and killed him.
It is true. Michael Bay. You make a good point. And the testimony of one of Miss Angel Star is completely incontestable.
Are you that lady who we proved was lying like 6 ways to
Yeah.
Sunday?
Sushi Salisbury lady, yes. If you have a response, make it a single word or less.
That word is objection!
But that's not a word.
His foot fell asleep.
Lovely. I rest my case. I'm going to go
Well-
home.
It seems the trial's reached its conclusion. There's no room for doubt.
Well done, Mr. Wright. Thanks to you, I didn't need to waste my time disproving the alleged murder at the police department.
God, I hate
Oh,
you.
you cock.
I can go home
I'm
and eat my
stroking
biscuits.
out again. There's no doubt what I proved today is true. Their apparent murder on the security camera's tape really was fake. But I didn't realize
You dum-dum.
that would end up proving Lana guilty.
Now then, the time for the verdict has arrived. The court finds the defendant.
Oh, of course.
Oh.
How did I
Oh, yeah. Your Honor! Wait!
Emma.
The defense has an objection. A scientific objection.
Wallaby.
get here? You gotta
Boy.
start really like chaining her to the table next to you.
What do you mean, right?
Mr. Wright, are you this girl's guardian?
Your Honor? Kind of.
Please, Your Honor. All I'm asking is a minute of your time.
And the taxpayer's time.
Yeah. Please hear me out. Mr. Edgeworth, please.
Look at my eyes.
Look at my sad eyes. I don't want to leave any loose ends. You want a minute? I'll give you
Oh,
3.
dang.
Yes, I must.
Where's
This
that
guy's into
bum?
teenage girls. That's cool.
I was kind of in shock. I mean, finding out the SL9 incident referred to the Joe Dart killings.
Now that she mentions it, the names of both Sky Sisters were in that file.
But that's when I figured it out. I mean, what Officer Marshall was trying to do that day. So I knew his fingerprint had nothing to do with the crime. That left only one thing. The other handprint. You mean the traces of blood found on Detective Gumshoe's locker?
But I just thought Gumshoe bled a lot.
Yep.
That's
Those
his thing.
Fingerprints were found on it, right?
No, but I figured if I examined it scientifically, I'd be sure to find a clue. So, I ran over there and looked at it again.
That's where she's been this whole time.
Did you find something?
No! No!
Oh my god.
Oh, cool.
Huh.
Sorry. I guess I'm not much of a scientific investigator after all.
3
Thanks for
minutes
wasting all of our time.
was too much.
Is that it?
That's it. Please don't be mad. I'm just a high school student.
That's me at
I'm
38.
just an attorney.
It's my first day. Please don't be
Please don't be mad at me. But it's all right. Those traces of blood are the only clue we have. If we can't find something wrong with them, please, Mr. Wright, you're a professional. If anyone can save Lana, it's you.
At this point, I think Lana's guilty. Fuck her.
I know,
Me?
right?
Oh boy.
Time's up. Well then, Mr. Wright, with regard to the incident at the police department,
That was fun.
is there any reasonable doubt remain?
No.
It appears the defense is troubled by the blood mark.
Yeah, who wouldn't be?
Yeah, the dirt.
Me, I am not troubled at all.
Blood, cool. Just another Sunday.
Yes, just another blood day. Sunday,
Bloody
bloody
Sunday.
Sunday. Okay, I don't know why I turned into a seal there for a second. Looking at the floor plans, a handprint was discovered around here. Is there a problem with this? Is there? Mr. Wright, I'm sorry I can't be more use.
Yeah, me too.
But still, I'm just a high school student. If you can't find anything wrong with that blood mark, Lana will be.
Please answer my question, Mr. Wright. We don't have all day.
Tick tock, tick tock.
Yeah, Your Honor. If I ever needed to concentrate, it's now.
Oh man, shouldn't have had that
What could be wrong with that handprint on Detective Gumshoe's locker?
bran muffin.
Could there be something I'm missing?
Oh, no.
There's no problem. It's fine.
Everything's cool. I get paid the same.
Yep. I'm ready to go.
Object.
Projection.
This handprint left at the crime scene clearly shows a contradiction.
What? Bullshit. The only thing that seems clear is your grasping, Mr. Wright.
You've been staring pretty intently at those floor plans. Tell me, is there a problem with them?
They are pretty elaborate.
Yeah, this is strange. Take a good look at these floor plans.
It's just like an L.
Something's missing.
But backwards.
Missing. You mean something hasn't been drawn on there?
Yeah, your big ass dick. Shut up.
I put my dick on
Yeah,
the
something that when drawn will completely change the meaning of the blood mark.
Oh, God.
You put your wiener in that
Let's
locker.
pray the defense isn't trying to buy time. All right, Mr. Wright.
With all the evidence here, there's gotta be something I can use.
This entire game is called Buying Time, the game.
Yes.
Question is, which item can prove something's missing from the floor plans?
Is it the vase?
Do, 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 do,
Mr.
do,
Man?
do.
Yeah. Mr. Man.
What about that piece of plastic? It wasn't your fucking idea! The Blue Badger, mascot of the police force, defender of truth, guardian of proof.
What? That was so stupid, Mr. Wright. Please explain
You
yourself.
fucking idiots.
You fucking
Please look at the
blithering
floor
idiot.
plans of the crime scene. The Blue Badger's not here.
No one cares.
So watch what happens when we put him in.
Let me draw him.
La 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 la.
This is where he was dancing at the time of the crime.
Well, what?
I knew we'd have to fucking spray that stupid badger.
That's right. So long as the Blue Badger is dancing here, it would be impossible to place a handprint at this spot on the locker.
Gotcha.
K.O.
Kate.
K.O.
So that means, just what does that mean?
It means it can't be done.
What are you saying? Blood traces were undeniably found in that locker.
Impossible.
Don't look at me. I didn't put it there.
Mr. Wright, thinking through scientifically.
Emma, shut up.
Science, Mr. Wright.
Science. I just got out from biology class. Yeah. And on that afternoon, there was a wiener. I know what they look like now from biology class.
My science partner showed me on his phone.
Officer Meekins was the one who brought the Blue Badger to the evidence room,
So
right?
wait. Her science partner just had a picture of a wiener on her phone to show.
That's where the wieners live.
Yeah. I mean, I got a lot of wieners in my phone.
Yeah,
fair.
don't you?
I mean,
You're about to.
no, it's not good.
After he put it down, it would be impossible to leave a handprint on that locker.
So that must mean this blood mark was left there before the blue badger was brought in.
By ghost!
Just one moment. I will not allow such far-fetched balderdash in my courtroom.
Last
Really?
fucking
He
game,
said sarcastically.
We
That's
talked
your
about the
line.
Loch Ness monster in the previous game.
We had a parrot on the stand. It may sound far-fetched, Your Honor, but it's the only possible explanation. On February 21st, in the police department's evidence room, blood was spilled not once, but twice.
Double spill.
One time was captured on the tape, taken by the security camera. Officer Meekins cut his hand, which a trivial amount of blood fell. The problem is, the other time,
silent murder. Some happened. Ask me for clues.
someone bled prior to the struggle shown on this tape. It had to have been.
The Blue Badger!
The
I
Blue
knew
Badger.
It
it!
had to have been Detective Goodman when he was really murdered.
Oh, no.
That's ridiculous. I refuse to accept your absurd
Can we not
claim.
test blood in this fucking universe for
No, we
like
can't.
DNA?
It takes
or-
3 weeks. The cases are 3 days. The murder portrayed in the security tape has been proven to be a fake. However, that does not explain the blood mark found in the locker.
Gasp! So then, assuming this murder,
Quote unquote.
quote unquote, you purport really happened, when did it take place? I demand you show evidence that proves when it occurred.
When did the first something?
Oh, man.
To summarize, the defense claims that
To summarize this stupid
prior
bullshit.
to Officer Meekins being cut by Jake Marshall, who was posing as Detective Goodman,
He cut his hair
another
and bled.
incident took place.
That's right. The blood mark on the locker proves this.
Very well. Tell us
Alright.
then, when did this first incident occur, as Mr. Edwards said? Proof must be presented.
Oh,
Proof that shows when the murder took place. There's only one piece of evidence that can show that.
My big
Badger.
dick.
Now then, will the defense please present this evidence? Show us the first crime took place.
Is it the parking? The ticket?
yeah.
No.
No.
It would be. It would be this.
Here you go.
The crime took place inside the evidence room, then the killer would have had to enter it. And in order to do so, an ID card would have been required.
An ID card. Oh, the ID card
Oh, I
record.
forgot what those were.
Officer Meekins brought the Blue Badger panel in the evidence room at. Let's see.
450. If the crime took place before that time, then it would be
Before.
440.
Oh,
Oh.
what?
Miles Edgeworth, just what have
Wow.
you done?
Jumping to conclusions.
figured you had the nerve, boy.
Oh, but I do. Drop the act, witness. It doesn't take a lot of thought to figure it out. Figure out it couldn't have been me.
So let's not think about it.
Yeah, so let's move on.
getting it.
Huh, I'm afraid I don't understand either.
I've got to go. It's clear from the luminol test that blood was there. However, when the second crime took place, both Officer Meekins and Officer Marshall failed to notice the blood.
That means the blood from the first crime was wiped away by the real murderer.
With cereal.
Delicious.
You
Yum,
haven't
yum.
done that? It's like putting your iPhone in rice when
Yeah,
it's wet.
it absorbs all the blood.
Yeah, you throw down
That's
cereal.
Gross.
Yeah. I would have had just 10 minutes to murder the victim, carry his body away, and clean up the blood. Unfortunately, that's physically impossible.
Well, don't sell yourself short, Edgeworth.
That would mean
I
the
tried
crime
it.
must have taken place before Mr. Edgeworth entered the evidence room.
Let's look at the chart again.
Well, since there's only been 5 people who have
There's
ever
only
walked in this
one
room.
other card number remaining. 77777777.
It's
That
Gant,
sounds
isn't
real.
it?
Talk about a lucky number.
But wait, that doesn't make sense. How could Detective Goodman have entered the evidence room
Since there's no record of his card being used beforehand, he must have entered along with the real murderer.
Ho ho!
That's the only plausible explanation.
In this
He
fucking
went
crazy
in
world.
with 7777777.
Yeah.
Who dad?
Mr. Edgeworth, look into this ASAP. Find out whose ID number that is.
Oh my God.
That's 17 too many, Your Honor. Unfortunately, I am unable to look up the owner of that ID card.
We're very limited
Just
here
tell
at the
everyone
police
to
station.
Oh, God.
At least at present. It will take 3 weeks.
What?
Explain yourself, son.
Your ID number 77777777 belongs to someone with a rank of captain or higher. Someone who is a so-called executive officer.
Who could that be?
I don't know. We don't have the authority to inquire into such a person's identity.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a route to corruption.
No, we wouldn't know anything about that.
But that's ridiculous. Just how...
I'm not finished talking, Mr. Wright.
I objected.
Shut your face. There is one situation in which we can be granted such authority.
If an official charge is filed against an executive, is accepted.
An official charge?
I charge you.
You're all alike, aren't you? With your cover-ups and your forgeries. Oh,
And your
go-
wiggity waggities.
Go eat a dick.
That's how the prosecutor's office operates.
I'm a
your
cowboy.
emojis,
On a steel horse ride.
Objection.
your gifs. I take pride in my work, Officer Marshall. I would appreciate it if you would keep your slander to yourself.
Go chew on some rawhide.
Slander, is it?
You
All right.
chomp
Let me ask
attendant.
you a question.
No.
He's like, yes?
No, not to you, to her, the defendant sitting over there. Your own little executive.
Lana.
She's in here?
What?
I guess so.
Don't be stupid. She's been charged with murder. Of course, we've looked her up, her ID, and it's not 77777777.
Is this a bunch of 6-9s? Because if so, I'll
It's
laugh.
6969696.
69420.
Don't play with me for a fool, partner. That's not what I want to ask. All I want to know is one thing about the incident.
Oh, God.
This Lanine incident?
Broken record.
Answer me this, Chief Prosecutor. In that trial 2 years ago, did you really only use legitimate evidence?
Oh man, maybe
Well,
we should
she's
go to
here now, so I
therapy.
guess she gets to talk, which
Hang
means I
on.
get to talk.
Yeah, there she is.
is.
I'm here.
Do you need the witness to repeat his question, Chief Prosecutor?
I heard him fine, Mr. Edgeworth.
2 years ago, I was in charge of the prosecution for that trial. At the time, we...
Occasionally, we felt the powerlessness of the law. At least, I did.
And then we banged.
Damn.
What?
I don't take the scarf off during banging.
It's my signature move.
Yeah.
Lana. Too much, Lana.
I became
Rein
a
it in.
prosecutor in order to suppress crime with the law. But before I realized it, we were the ones being suppressed by the law.
Yes!
Defendant, what are you saying?
Oh, my.
I'll ask you again, standing in the exact same spot you are,
Yeah.
Chief Prosecutor.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
During that trial 2 years ago, did you really present all the evidence in court? Can you look me, an investigator in that crime, in the eye and say that you did?
Oh, my.
Chief Prosecutor! Go ahead and step back.
Yeah, get back in the spot. There we go. There's one.
I don't have to, Officer Marshall. You
can't make
just
me do
blame
shit.
yourself.
Why won't you answer him?
Drastic crimes require drastic measures. That's just the way it is.
What?
That's how the cookie crumbles. We did. Oh, profile now. Fuck.
Hey, yeah.
We did what we had to in order for him to get the verdict he deserved.
But Lana,
You like these gams from the side?
I like it, yeah.
You're my that's cool.
Do a little twirl, girl.
Okay, thanks. Oh.
Yeah.
Gas me up.
Oh, okay.
Even if it involved forging evidence.
Oh, boy.
Uh-oh.
That seems bad.
Ruh-roh.
Row,
Oh,
Wow,
dear.
dramatic.
Oh,
Oh,
Dang.
my. Oh, the drama.
What?
Quite surprised.
What happened?
I'm here now.
I'm still here.
See? That's what I'm talking about.
No.
Fingers crossed. Lana's remarks caused such a stir. The chaos in the courtroom could not be quelled.
Whoa.
The conclusion of the trial.
Right.
Aren't there children in the courtroom,
Riot,
Sans, as well? We
riot.
found out.
They're like,
Jonathan,
riot,
this is bullshit.
cartoons.
Fucking down with the
Continue.
monarchy. I want to play Fortnite now. Down with the bourgeoisie.
Well, we
We got-
got through that trial.
We got 12 minutes left.
Oh shit! Dude.
That's not enough
Let's
time to
do
go
a
down
little
with the
more
bourgeoisie.
Phoenix Wright today, then, dude.
Man, we got a nice little sexual escapade going on with Frank in that other series.
We
we're
did.
Did
playing.
you? Oh, that's right. Didn't you like jerk him off like 50 times?
No, he blew us.
Danielle, we jerked ourselves
You
off
jerked
15 times.
yourself off 50 times, and then he gave you a blowjob. Okay.
That's right.
With 2
Is he-
blowjobs.
Is Frank a vampire?
Kind of. That is
Yeah.
how we refueled.
Is that how he recharged?
Hang on.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I'm sorry for what my sister said.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Crimes. It's like a memory.
We were just there. We know what it is.
just the way it is.
That's just the way it is.
Side boob.
Side boob.
Look at my fucking bangs.
Ding, 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 ding. I didn't know. I never knew the Slanine incident was just another name for boobies. Everything's a word for boobies. I learned that in
Sounds
biology
like
class.
everyone's heard about these killings, but me.
Lana wanted Doc convicted so badly. That's why she used me. That's why she used what happened to me.
What do you mean? What happened to you?
Why is it making it about you? God.
It's always about me, mate. It's all there in the file. Joe Doc's last victim was prosecutor Neil Marshall. When he murdered Officer Marshall's brother, he left behind an incriminating piece of evidence.
A big sign that said, "Oh, I did it."
He said, "Oh, I did it, mate."
But what did those have to do with those? What do you have to do with those killings, Emma?
Blimey.
You don't know my middle name, Emma. Joe Dark Sky.
Oh, yeah. Emma Knives, Joe Doc Sky. On the night prosecutor Neil Marshall was killed with whatever.
Killed with a murder.
Killed with the murder. Joe Doc tried to kill me
What? He tried to kill you?
with a tiny knife. Officer Marshall's brother, Neil, was only trying to save me.
Oh, you got him killed, you moron.
So that means you.
Yes, I got him stabbed with a 1-inch blade.
Oh, that's not that.
That's
long.
not not fatal.
No,
Nah,
that's
not
not a
unless you
bunch.
slash.
You had to
got
be stabbed in a
slashed.
very specific spot for 1 inch to kill you.
Yeah, right in the neck. Not that I would know. I was a witness.
Science.
La 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 la. I was a witness in the Joe Doc trial.
I didn't see that one coming.
Neither
Well,
did he.
all right, I guess I can leave.
All right, cool.
all right.
Good talk. It happened 2 years ago. It was right about this time of the year, too.
What time of year is it right now?
Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Which is summer in Australia. There's a terrible thunderstorm that day. Unusual for the season.
No kidding.
Yeah. I was alone in my sister's office. We were planning to eat dinner together once she finished her work. Then suddenly, this terrifying man came bursting into the
Doesn't
office.
look like he's bursting into anything.
Yeah.
Bursting with a tiny knife.
Joe Dark.
It seemed like he was running from someone. He pulled out a knife and screamed at me. I didn't know what was going on. Just then, Prosecutor Marshall showed up.
Howdy.
Howdy, howdy,
Jake
howdy.
Marshall's brother. The howdy himself.
Yeah.
The OG Howdy.
The OG Howdy. Man, I've been looking for him all over. Joe Doc tried to take me hostage. But before he could, Mr. Marshall tackled him.
Cool.
Then,
She sucks at
wait
telling
for
stories.
it. Wait for it.
What happened?
Wait for it. I'll never forget. Lightning struck, and the lights went out. Suddenly, a bolt of lightning flashed outside the window, lighting up the office for an instant.
So dramatic.
Such drama. What I saw then burned a permanent picture in my mind. I could still see it now.
And when my eyes are closed.
Guess what it is?
Is it the blue badger?
A permanent picture? It says.
I want to see it.
What did you see in the instant that the crime occurred?
Don't worry about
He
it.
was sucking him off.
It was real erotic.
His head looks like an onion.
Yeah, it does.
Oh my god, he is absolutely an onion.
Onion-headed freak.
Wow. Doc knocked down Mr. Marshall and then raised his knife.
Neil Marshall was stabbed right in front of this poor girl.
Oh man. I don't remember what happened after that. Apparently I passed out. I'm dead.
I was also wearing a coat.
I was wearing a very heavy coat. It may have been a heat stroke. Oh no. When I came to, Lana was cradling me in her arms.
She looks so mad at you.
She
Poor
looks
Emma. You've
very
been through
pissed.
so much.
She was mad at me, and now I'm all
I was
alone.
And
allowed
now I'm in
talking
court.
a room by myself.
In court for ghosts.
I couldn't bring myself to testify about that.
It was hard when there was no one there.
So
Yeah.
imagine if people were there.
Oh, so much pressure. I tried, but the words just won't come out.
What? You couldn't testify that the man killed the man in front of you?
No, I don't know. I drew a picture.
Don't make me relive it.
I want to see this picture she drew.
I made a picture. I'll show it to you if you want. I'm making, yeah.
2 years ago, you must have been 14. That's understandable.
Yeah, that's
I
why my
guess.
button. That's why my button
Didn't
is
we bring
screaming.
an 8-year-old on a case for a murder?
Yeah.
Once
did.
it was all over, I made up my mind. I decided that when I grew up, I'd become a scientific investigator, and I would use science to figure out how lightning happens.
I would find that lightning that
I
made me
would
see the bad thing and kill
Find
it.
that fucking lightning, make it pay, and evidence to make an airtight case.
Well, you failed at that, so...
How dare you, sir? I'm just a child. By the way, that way, Lana would never have to forge any.
She shouldn't be forging any to
No,
begin with.
Yeah.
probably
I see.
not.
I'm a good
I
sister.
think I'm starting to understand what makes Emma tick. But there's still something that bothers me about that crime. No shit.
I don't see what it could possibly be. I don't remember the moment when Doc stabbed Mr. Marshall.
So you weren't able to testify about that.
No, I was only asked about when I was attacked. That must be why she made up the crime.
Made it up. You mean provided bogus evidence?
I wouldn't call it like that. No, I think it
I
was
call it tubular evidence.
radical evidence.
Cowabunga, dudes.
Yeehaw evidence. The prosecutor's office wanted that guilty verdict so badly. Lana forged the evidence, and Mr. Edgeworth used it.
Mr. Edgeworth, you say?
Yeah.
Who's he?
I don't remember. There was lightning, and Edgeworth, and a parrot. Oh God, what's happening? But I'm sure he didn't know anything about it. He couldn't have known he was being given false evidence. Even so, that's when it all started. The rumors about Mr. Edgeworth, I mean. It's all my fault. If I could have just testified properly, none of this would have happened.
Oh, don't victim blame
So
yourself.
it's
Ah.
true. Even though he may not have known it,
Yeah.
Edgeworth really was involved in falsifying evidence.
You son of a bitch. After that case ended, Lana was never the same. She became cold, like she is today, a frigid beach.
Fuck her.
Fuck her.
Always using up
She
the hot
must not
water.
have been able to face up to what she did, especially not to Emma.
Oh,
Something
my.
puzzling, eh?
Oh boy.
There's something that's puzzling me, Emma.
What's a lightning?
What is it? Oh no.
You said you were in Lana's office at the time, right?
No.
Why then wouldn't a serial killer come running in there? Not only that, but he was being chased by a prosecutor.
That's normal. It's a typical Tuesday, yeah. Oh, there's no mystery there. Joe Doc had been taken in for questioning that day.
Taken in for questioning. Remember the police?
Of course. This happened at the police department, you dumb motherfucker.
You fucking idiots!
Jesus fucking Christ, can you keep up?
Everything happens at the police department.
Shit.
It's the only place we've been to in this whole case.
Do I have to spell it out for you?
She just writes down on a word, fuck you, on a piece of
you.
paper.
He tried to run away halfway through the interview and fled into my sister's office because why wouldn't you?
Why did you run all the way over to your sister's office?
She said, well, I think it smelled nice because the detective offices in the questioning room are right across from the elevator, and he was a dumb bastard.
Across from the elevator. But Lana was the chief prosecutor, wasn't she?
No, silly. Didn't I tell you? 2 years ago, Lana was a detective.
You can't. No. No.
Yeah.
Didn't see that coming, did you? Nor did you give a fuck about it coming.
Yeah. She was the best in the entire force.
What? That's news to me.
After the Joe Dark case, she was transferred to the prosecutor's office and made chief prosecutor.
Yeah, that's how that works.
Yep. No.
Lana used to be a detective with a law degree.
Yeah. Yep.
I'd better have another talk with her.
Yep.
So listen, Lana.
So, yeah, you lying motherfucker.
She's like, I'm an Uber driver now. It's fine.
That's what the scarf means. Lana.
Mr. Wright, it seems I keep causing you trouble.
Yeah, no shit.
I was the one talking
Falsifying
to you.
evidence? I didn't think you were the type.
Eyes over here, Lana.
I'm
Lana,
everyone's
Lana.
type.
Hey, it's me.
Criminals don't mind playing foul. Why should we?
Oh,
I
no.
hate this argument.
you equivocating motherfucker.
That's the anti-Batman
Lana.
credo.
If you're wrong, an innocent person might be found guilty.
You!
You fucking...
Believe me.
Gotta
I
get what you
understand
deserve.
the risk. Shut the fuck up.
No, come on, bitch!
Mama's talking now.
Lana,
Lana.
I'm coming. I'm coming for you.
Emma told me about
Oh,
you.
shit. Oh.
Oh, no.
About how you were a detective 2 years ago.
Oh.
And how the Slanine incident was the reason for your transfer to the prosecutor's office.
That's weird. It should have just been public record, but whatever. Sure.
Yeah. Well, she's got you there.
Could you fill me in on the details, especially about that unusual change of jobs?
Go into real detail on that. I like that. That's
I suppose you have a right to know, Mr. Wright.
Give me.
Oh, cool, I can talk to her about it.
Yeah, also.
Give me the deets.
Okay, let's just finish this part.
Deets.
Deets. A lot of revelations were uncovered at the trial today, not the least of which was the fact that this case is largely connected to another one 2 years ago.
Deets. Oh, I'm sorry, we're not doing that
Oh,
anymore.
no.
Anyways,
Okay, we
just
can
the
do
one?
it again.
Evidence from that case was stolen as well, though I expected as much. I know how obsessive Officer Marshall can
No,
be.
he seems like a balanced guy.
Yeehaw, he says.
Yeah. Pew, 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 pew. After all, it really wasn't fair, was it?
No fucking duh.
I don't appreciate your tone. I believed in you, Lana.
Now who's the idiot?
You? I believed that no matter what happened, you'd always stick to the truth.
Well, sorry, couldn't be helped, Emma.
I guess you were stupid.
Welcome
all
to the
right.
real world, fucko. At that trial 2 years ago, I sold my soul to rock and roll.
Yeah! Pew, 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 pew.
Well, all that aside, the fact of the matter is, at 5:15, there was no murder at the police department.
Tell me it's not true, Lana. What the witness, Miss Starr, said. I
She
can't.
sucks so much.
I don't want her to be right. Oh, I fucking hate her. I hate her. What about you stabbing Mr. Goodman with a knife? Lena! I don't understand. Why won't you tell us?
Emma, this doesn't involve just
Look
me.
over here. My eyes is here.
Sorry, no.
I don't
this
think
is-
I've ever seen Lana look so phased before.
she's right upset.
It's true. I was a member of the police force 2 years ago.
What? She was amazing.
Oh, you love me now. Cool.
Look at that scarf billow in the breeze. They still talk about all the cases she and Chief Gant cracked together.
Chief Gant.
Lana,
Jeff?
Lana.
Oh, sorry, I just saw the cat. Anyways, he was the deputy chief of police back then, but he still worked the crime scenes. If you know what I mean. Damon Gant. He was everything I aspired to be.
Pointy.
Never fully being in frame.
One day, they were the best team ever. One in frame, one out. It was amazing. They solved crimes before the reports could even be filed. That's
Oh,
it.
yeah, that's not
That
suspicious.
seems a little illegal.
Emma really idolizes her big
They
lion
ended up
sister.
saying it back, though.
But now you're chief prosecutor. What happened?
Sucked a lot of dick. I always planned on becoming a prosecutor. The reason I became a detective was...
Public service loan forgiveness.
Yep. To gain experience investigating crime scenes so you can use the evidence in court.
Of some
right?
kind.
I have a lot of wage garnishments I have to pay. Oh, that. Okay.
Oh.
Gant's help with the Slanine case was crucial to its resolution. After that, he became chief of police and arranged my transfer to the prosecutor's office.
Maybe I should ask more about this investigation of theirs 2 years
A
ago.
lot of things happening.
No dir.
2 years ago, I was second in command of the detectives investigating Dark.
Second in command. That means that investigation was led by Damon Gant, right?
Butter. Yes, Deputy Chief Gant and I shared the same office and the same investigations and the same coffee cup.
He's got some pecs.
They even had the same office. Which is kind of a step back from the coffee cup line,
Yeah.
but hey, what are you going to do?
We led a team of the best detectives on the force.
His
There was
pecs
Jerry,
are so big.
there was Clue Carl, and
Oh.
then, of course, there was Fingerprint Fred.
The dress code was very strange for our detective group.
but
we-
very normal for a
We
drag
called
show.
it business cosplay.
Detective Goodman, whose case it was, Jake Marshall and Angel Starr. It was the first time Marshall worked with his brother. He was quite gung-ho.
He was so
What does that
gung-ho.
mean in that context?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Without a doubt, Joe Dark was the serial killer.
There
Just-
might have been some doubt as you had no evidence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We asked him to come in for questioning. Well, you'd think a serial killer would be totes on board
I
with
know.
that.
You
We were
just
desperate for evidence.
Invite him in like a vampire, and he's, at
When he
your
said
disposal.
no, I put the fucking bloody glove down on him. God damn.
If the glove don't fit, you must have quit.
That was
It's
when
what they
his
say.
final murder took place.
When he tried to murder Emma.
Should have let it fucking happen.
I was really traumatized, mate.
Mate.
Mate,
Mate.
you don't even know, dude. Mr. Prosecutor Marshall was trying to save me from Dark.
You see, the first person who happened upon the crime scene place was me.
Now you tell us.
Wow,
Oh,
way
my-
to
All these have become 2 to 4.
really sitting on
Damon
that
Gant
evidence.
and Neil Marshall were the ones questioning Dark that day.
Oh boy.
The investigation was in its final stages, and Dark must have suddenly panicked.
Oh boy.
So we waited until Gant and Marshall let their guards down and then fled the room. From there, he ran straight to the office, shared by Deputy Chief Gant and myself.
That's where he found me.
I feel like maybe that guy didn't murder all those people.
Probably not.
getting that sense.
Yeah, there's
Yep.
a real, because his name is suspicious. Is that why?
Yeah.
So you were the first person to run to the scene, Lana?
It appears so. Based on the story I'm telling. I was filing some papers while Gant and Marshall were questioning Dark.
Sure.
Sure.
Sure. Like
got
the
it.
story.
I found them like this.
It was pretty hot. I'm not gonna
When I
lie.
returned to my office, I saw 3 bodies on the floor
and
and
one
smelled
knife through all
blood.
of them.
3 bodies. Prosecutor
it's
Marshall, the
called.
victim, Emma, who had passed out.
And the suspect, Joe Dark. During the struggle, it seemed Mr. Marshall struck a final blow before he died. Joe Dark had incurred a minor concussion and lay unconscious.
What did you do?
I pantsed him.
Yeah.
I actually thought that's what you said.
Funny as hell. To be honest, I panicked and pantsed him. I picked up Emma, carried her stupid body out of the room, and just held her.
I looked real mad about it.
Can't blame her after all. Her sister must have gone through.
I yelled at her so much when she was unconscious, she didn't hear me. After that, I placed Dark under immediate arrest.
Let me get this straight. You were all involved in the Slanine?
That's right. Quite the coincidence.
I don't buy it.
What are you saying?
There's no way everyone involved in this trial was also involved in that incident, just by chance.
Don't appreciate your lack of faith. But that case was solved 2 years ago.
At least one person went to extremes because they didn't believe it was truly solved.
Ugh.
Officer
fucking
Cowboy.
Dresses up like a fucking cowboy now. Ugh.
Jesus Christ.
People can't deal with grief.
Oof.
Officer Marshall, yes, his
Really
actions
broken.
came as a surprise to me as well. Ever since his brother died, he's changed completely. He
Well.
used to want to be an astronaut.
And, yeah. Okay, cat. All right, sorry, there's a cat touching me. Okay. I guess I wasn't convinced with the ruling against Joe Dark.
But life doesn't end with the closing of a case. Everyone has to live the rest of their lives with their memories.
That was my impression of cats.
Yeah.
I've never actually seen cats, but I hear there's memories.
Yes. That case just might not be over yet.
Huh?
What?
Emma was assaulted by Dark at the police department, right?
Yes, in the office that Damon Gant and I shared. The office that Mr. Gant now occupies by himself. The chief's office. That kind of sucks. You're like, go to chief and you just get
Yeah.
like the office you were
Sure.
already in.
Ugh.
Yeah, you're like,
Maybe we should look at the chief's office, the site of the final Slanine murder.
A new place.
That's right.
Another
And we'll
place to
go
go.
there next time. How about that shit?
cool.
Cool.
Yeah, that's right. It is pretty fucking cool, huh? All right.
Wow, really.
See you guys next
that-
week.
That cool.
We're
Jesus.
That's
getting
real cool.
We're getting down to the wire.
Ooh, my tissue's soaked through.
That's gross.
Yep.
Bye.
Why do you think I got it? Why do you think I wear this tissue? You know how I got this